Okay, let's get started. We'll start with a practical session of GitHub. Everyone will be using a test project repo. For that, what the prerequisite is, you people have to have the GitHub installed on your machine. So we'll be using both the UI and the Git bash simultaneously. And all of you having GitHub account, just install the Git bash and Git desktop. We'll be using both of them to showcase the things. Comments, all the suggestions are listed down here. So this is the URL we are going to use. I'll post this one as a part of this discussion as well. This is the repo we are going to use. This is a public repo, but for committing you need access. So first lesson is whenever you go to the GitHub repositories, this is not the GitHub link. This is not a GitHub project. This is just the URL. So you never should be using this one. The one you should be using here is there is a green color code button. Once you drop it down, you will find the exact link. So you will be using that one. So the first task which I'm going to do is cloning the project. So let me do it from scratch. So command is git clone. And whatever the URL I have copied, I'll send you guys as well. This one is the URL. So I'll paste the URL. This is done right now. I'm putting enter. So it was a small project. It got cloned. So if I go to my folder, I should be able to see the things. GitHub first project. This is the project which got created. Okay. So git clone is the first command to clone the repository. Okay. So what is the next step? You have cloned now I want to create a branch, right? Means my own branch. So what is meant by branch? If you go here, you can see here are branches. The main is the default branch, then Fluid test via GitHub desktop. There are two branches are present. So every one of you as a part of this today's exercise will be creating branches. So, but to create the branch, what need to be done? If we put git status here, just here, git status. Any idea? Okay, I'll teach you as a part of today's exercise. Will teach you. So I am also getting the same thing, whatever you are getting. So what is because I clone the repository, but I am not into that repository right now. You can see I'm somewhere else. Okay. So I want to go to the repository, change directory. This is the command to changing the directory and going to the repository. What is the repo name? GitHub first project. So I'll not type everything. I just type git and then press tab. I get this one. You people try that out. Just press GI and then press tab. You should be getting the rest of the things. If you're not getting, something is wrong. Pressing the tab should populate all the folder structures there from where you are running. So status is done. Now we are going to switch to our own branch. So we can copy this one. If you have the URL open, you can just use this one to copy it. And then you can see I'll be pasting it into the things. Oh, I haven't switched the. Oh. So let me git status one more time and then paste the things. So put something meaningful name. If you all put today's exercise, not the same name. Put something which is you can make it out. Okay. So put your name probably. So now you can see on the screen, it was the main branch. Now the branch changed to today's exercise. That's my own branch. Okay. Everyone following? Brilliant. Brilliant. So once we are in today's exercise, what we are going to do is we are going to update. We go to the folder where the file has been copied. We go to GitHub first project and then open the contributors.md file in a notepad or notepad plus plus once more. Okay. So once you do the git switch, you will be having a window like this where your branch has been shown from the main to today's exercise. It's I have created today's exercise. You people should not be writing today's exercise, otherwise all will be same. It will be distinct. Put your name to be make it unique. Okay. And then you go to the physical folder where the GitHub project has been checked out. So most of the times what happens within the Windows, within the C drive, you do have users folder. In the users folder, you do have the users of the machine. And then within that, you do have the project, GitHub first project. This will be the name of the project. This is got created on your machine. As a programmer, as a AI engineer, as a security personnel, whatever you want to be in the future, there should be always a source control and a repository, because whatever the work you do, writing some code, training a model, doing some vulnerability analysis, you do a work, you put the work in a certain stage, you close that work. I have completed writing something today, and you put that into the source repository. And it's an individual effort, whatever I am telling right now. Think about a situation you are not going to work as an individual within the organization, you are working as a team. So the project you are working on, there will be other 15, 20, based upon the the volume of the project, people will be working. So they can work simultaneously. They can check in their codes. Like whatever we are doing right now is just exactly the same thing. So all the people working simultaneously, updating the code, can put the code together on a main branch is a huge achievement. And that's how the real life coding or the programming works. Where you do something, it's not entirely on the GitHub, Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio or editor or IDE, integrated development environment, which is isolated, sometimes connected with Git. But you have to commit your work day-to-day basis. So that's what is extremely important, which we don't realize as a student, because at the max we do library project during the our curriculum. But when we get into the industry, it has to be a distributed programming where multiple people come into the picture. Whatever you are doing day to day basis, you are not supposed to lose that work day in, day out. So you have to archive those things, and the place to archive is GitHub. GitHub is one of the most commonly used place to archive the thing. So now you go to your project itself, the physical location of the project. Just, just I am getting to my project, GitHub first project, and go to the contributor file. It will be on the user folder, and then the username and inside that. And if I open the contributor file, I can see this two line has been written. So I write, you write something unique so that you can make it out. Okay. And I'm saving the file. It turns into green. Right. Now I'll go back to the again the same place. Now I change the file contributor.md. So I want to add that file. I'm copying this one. This file I have changed. So it's added.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
If you
Clear?
look, can you say a few lines around the .md file, which is also very, very interesting text file, right? There's so much difference, and it belongs to the development community.
Correct. So if you see the MD file, this is a readme.md file. So if I don't pull together this readme.md for this exercise, you people probably don't have any idea means how to do it together. So this MD file for a real time or a live projects. What it contains is how to compile the project, what are the prerequisite steps to set up the inventory on the project, and how to take it forward. So for this one, we are just doing an exercise. So it contains all the exercise steps. But for a real-time project, if it is a Python project, you will be telling what command you need to run to configure the Python, what are the environment variable or the configurable variable you are doing those things. Listed down all those things. So MD file is very important. I'll be showing a much easier approach after this. I just want you to take through this exercise via the Git bash to make sure you understand the concept, what we are doing step by step. And then once we do it via the UI, the same thing can be achieved very quickly and very conveniently. But we'll not go to that first. Just put git add, type C, and then press tab. You will be getting contributors.md file. You don't have to type everything. Just tab should get you to the right file. Next, go back to the project again and just we'll add some description. Go back to bash. So this is just a comment and a commit. In the commit, I'm just putting time as a unique, my name and time at what time I'm committing. So you can see one file changed, one insertion happened. So commit is successful. I just use this command git commit dash m, and in the bracket you can write anything, means just something your name and today's time probably to differentiate that from my work and your work. Okay. Now the last command. It the exercise ends here. So the last command is listen to first and then do the things. These are the commands: git push /u origin and the branch name. So my branch name is this one, today's exercise. So I am using this one, but it will be different for everyone. So now you can see my thing is done. It's been pushed, and it what it is telling, it's telling that I can go to today's exercise GitHub and raise a PR. So I'll just copy this one, go here, open this URL. You can see this is the line which I have added. IG1342. I can create a pull request and merge the pull request. So my thing is done. If I now go to here and go to contributor.md file. You can see my comment is here, IG1342. So this is which I put as a comment here. This is what I have put while committing. So if you people do the same thing, you people also can see the things here. And the contributor.md file, if I open that one, you can see my training 27.7, which I have added as a part of this exercise. So if I go back to my file, I have added this one. So this is now reflecting on the GitHub. So my first check-in is done. You need to push the origin. This is the last command. And this today's exercise is only in my case, the branch name, but your case, whatever being displayed here, you should be putting that one. And once you do that one, it will give you a URL, something similar to this one. You open that URL and you can create a pull request, then press OK, then merge it, and it will be there in the main branch. Once you do that one, the exercise is completed and you have done your first GitHub exercise where you able to make the code changes, push the code changes into the production.
And this was a very, very essential step just that we mentioned. Any code that you guys write from nowadays, always write using a source control. Because today you are building something great. Tomorrow you made some changes to it. And that resulted in some bugs or some behavioral change. But you wanted to get back to wherever you were yesterday. So unless you're using a source control, you'll never be able to get back to that state.